Children's fairy tales. The legend of the origin of Lake Toba. Lake Toba is one of the most famous lakes in Indonesia. Lots of tourists from within the country to foreign tourists who want to visit this tourist site. Lake Toba itself is located in the middle of the island of Sumatera Utara. Lake Toba is approximately 100 kilometers long, 30 kilometers wide and 505 meters deep. This makes Lake Toba the largest lake in Indonesia. Are you so challenged to swim across this lake? So, instead of imagining how big Lake Toba is or imagining how it feels to swim across this lake, let's just find out the legendary story of the origin of this lake. The story of the origin of Lake Toba was started by a young farmer named Toba. This man is a diligent farmer. He spends a lot of time in the fields. Sometimes, he also likes to go fishing to eat or sell to the market. Then, one morning he preferred to go fishing instead of going to the fields. When Toba was fishing, he caught a goldfish that was quite large, bigger than the size of the fish he usually gets. After arriving home, Toba was very surprised because the fish he was going to clean and cut turned into a very beautiful woman. This woman also told Toba that she was actually a princess, and now she was being cursed. After he explained his condition, the princess thanked Toba for saving her. In gratitude, the princess agreed to become Toba's wife on the condition that other people should not know her origins. After they got married, they had a son. They named their son Samasir. They both felt very happy and excited to be parents. They raised Samasir with great affection and pampered him. Samasir grew up to be a very active child, and you could say he was a little naughty. Samasir never wanted to help his father work in the fields. In fact, when his mother asked him just to deliver his father's lunch, he often refused. He prefers to be at home or play. Plus, Samasir has a very high appetite, so Toba has to work harder and harder so that all of Samasir's nutritional needs can be met. Because of Samasir's high appetite, sometimes a family's food ration can be used up just to fill his stomach. Even so, Toba and his wife didn't mind and kept trying so that their children could always feel happy and full. Then one day, Samasir agreed to take his father's provisions to the fields after he was coaxed and forced by his mother. With a heavy heart and fighting his laziness with all his might, Samasir walked to the fields carrying his father's provisions. However, on the way he felt hungry and thirsty. Samasir opened his father's lunch and ate a little. Initially, Samasir only ate one bite, but he still felt hungry and not satisfied. Samasir opened his father's lunch again and ate a few mouthfuls, until in the end there was only a little food and drink left in his father's lunch. In the fields, his father was very happy to see his son from a distance approaching him. When Samasir gave the lunch to his father and opened it, the look on his father's face turned irritated. "Why is there not enough food left?" Toba asked in a slightly high tone. His son also explained that he felt very hungry in the middle of the road earlier, and his father shouldn't be angry because he still left some for him. Toba couldn't hold back his anger and he even said harshly to his son, "Rude child. You are a descendant of fish." Samasir was very surprised by his father's words and felt hurt. Samasir ran to the house crying. Arriving home, his mother was shocked to see her son crying hysterically. Samasir also told what happened in the field earlier when he met his father. Hearing this incident, the mother felt disappointed with Toba because he had broken his promise not to tell anyone about his origins. Then, the mother stood up holding Samasir's hand. Within seconds, they had disappeared. Suddenly, a miracle appeared from where Samasir and his mother used to stand. There was a stream of water that was so heavy that it couldn't be dammed from the footprints of the two of them. Because of the swift flow of water flowing, the village was long sinking. Finally, a lake was formed as a result of this. This lake is called Lake Toba. The small islands in the middle are also called Samasir Island in memory of this boy. Actually, there are several things we can learn from this story. The first thing we can learn from Samasir's point of view is that we should not be greedy. We must take things according to our needs and not take the rights of others. Because, of course, other people have the right to be angry or a little emotional if their belongings are taken. The second, still from Samasir's point of view, we must always obey our parents as long as it is a good thing. Don't reject or even fight them. Lastly, we can take lessons from Toba's point of view. Even when we are angry, upset or disappointed, we must always keep the promises we have made. Train yourself so that you don't get carried away easily and hurt others with your words.